Hey guys, Scary Stories here. I thought it might be fun to do something a little different this Christmas and give you guys something that you can do at home. These are 6 of the most dangerous, cursed, and paranormal games that you can play with yourself. That you can play by yourself, with friends, or family. If you don't like getting cursed, maybe you should skip this video. But if you're brave enough, keep listening. I hope you enjoy. Number 1. The Midnight Game. This one kind of sounds like a creepypasta or a video game or something, but apparently it's real. The Midnight Game is said to be an ancient pagan ritual that was used as punishment for those who disobeyed the gods. It involves summoning the Midnight Man and avoiding him from midnight until 3:33 a.m. Anyone who's played this game always advises against it, as most of them have walked away with long-lasting mental trauma at best. The site I found this one on says this game has the highest stakes of any, so if the others aren't terrifying enough for you, take a look and see what's involved with summoning the Midnight Man. To play this game, you're going to need a candle and a candle holder. You'll need plenty of matches, and you can't substitute those matches for a lighter. You're also going to need a pen and paper and something to draw blood with. It's kind of gross. You're also going to need a wooden door, so if you don't have one of those, then you probably can't play this one, but maybe your bedroom door is wooden or something like that. To begin the game and invite the Midnight Man into your house, write down your name on a piece of paper and add a drop of blood. Now, turn off every light in the house and place the lit candle and the paper in front of the wooden door. Make sure your parents are in bed or something, or else they might get mad at you for playing with matches. Knock on the door 22 times, with the final knock being exactly at midnight. Open the door and blow out the candle, then close the door again. Relight your candle immediately, and with that, the game started. Now you have until 3:33 a.m. to avoid the Shadow Man as he hunts for you in the dark. I thought it was the Midnight Man. Anyways, signs that he's near include whispering sounds, drops in temperature, and most importantly, the candle flickering or going out. If it does go out, you must relight the candle within 10 seconds and then surround yourself in a salt circle, which you must remain in until the game's ended at 3:33 a.m. But what happens if he catches you? Well, according to those who have played the game, he'll either trap you in a hallucination of your worst fear, or better yet, he'll rip out your internal organs one by one. So whatever you do, don't get caught. Actually, it's probably best you don't play this game at all. You've been warned. So, if people played this game and they got caught and they lived to tell about it, what? Did he just rip out like their non-vital organs, like their appendix or something? The Midnight Man rips out your gallbladder, and then your appendix, and then, one of your kidneys. I don't know, other organs that you don't really need, but. Number 2. One Man Hide and Seek. This game involves playing hide and seek alone. That is, with only one player. This game first began appearing under the name Hitori Kakurembo. I'm gonna do text-to-speech on that one.
一人かくれんぼ
It began appearing on Japanese bulletin boards like 2chan, circa 2006 and 7. The craze spread quickly in Japan, and soon the instructions were copied, pasted, and copied again on site after site, including YouTube, where people began uploading videos documenting their experiences playing it. One Man Hide and Seek is based on an old ritual that's said to summon the dead. The lore that surrounds this game involves restless, wandering spirits, which are said to endlessly search for bodies to possess. What you're trying to do with this game is summon such a spirit by offering it a doll instead of a human host. While this game can have some seriously creepy ramifications, it admittedly takes a lot of preparation before play can commence. First, take a doll and empty out the stuffing. Fill it with rice, along with a piece of your fingernail or hair, and using a needle and red thread, stitch the doll closed. Without snipping the thread, take the remaining length, wrap it around the doll, and tie it off at the ends. Next, you're going to want to fill your bathtub with water. Purify the room in which you're going to be hiding from the doll with incense or ofuda. Once that's been done, set up a TV in the same room and place a cup of salt water beside it. The last thing you're going to do before beginning the game is name the doll. Make sure that you don't name it after yourself or anybody that you know. Now you're ready to begin. The game starts at precisely 3 a.m. Repeat the following phrase to the doll 3 times, filling your own name where appropriate. Blank is the first it. So like, Brandon is the first it. Now, go to the bathroom and submerge the doll in the bathtub and leave it there. Next, make sure you turn off all the lights in your house. Go straight to your hiding place and switch on the television. Now, close your eyes and count to 10. When you finished counting, open your eyes, grab your cup of water that was beside the TV, and return to the bathroom. Remove the doll from the bathtub and say the following phrase to it, filling the doll's name where appropriate. I'm going to name my doll Chucky. So you're going to say, I have found you, Chucky. But if you're following along, then don't say Chucky, say your doll's name. Unless you also named it Chucky. Then, return the doll to the bathtub and quickly go back to your hiding place. Remain as silent as possible. Now here's the kicker. Take a large mouthful of the salt water you poured in the cup. Don't swallow it. Just keep it in your mouth. That's what he said. Keep the cup containing the rest of the salt water in your hand. Emerge from your hiding place and begin to quickly look for the doll. Note, the doll may not necessarily be in the bathroom where you left it. When you do find the doll, pour the remaining salt water from the cup over the doll's head. Then, let the water from your mouth pour over the doll too. Repeat the phrase to the doll 3 times. I win. Once the game's been completed, allow the doll to dry and then burn it and discard the remains. Another thing to make sure of, once the game's begun, do not do any of the following things. Do not turn on the lights. Do not lock any doors, including your front door or your back. Do not make any unnecessary noise. And perhaps most importantly, do not leave your house. It's also not generally advisable to emerge from your hiding place without holding both the water in your cup and your mouth. These are said to act as safeguards from any crazy spirits or, burglars or something, because you left your front door open. And the purpose of the television? It's to alert you of the presence of these potential visitors. And lastly, do not allow the game to go on longer than 2 hours. Number 3. Dry bones. So this one's kind of like hide and seek, but instead of a doll, you're hiding against a demon. Bum bum bum. For this game, you're gonna need a bathroom, 1 mirror, although apparently there's flexibility here. It says the mirror over your bathroom sink will likely be the best option, but a hand mirror will be acceptable. You're also going to need matches, and make sure that you don't use a lighter. And last of all, you'll need a timekeeping device. This is technically optional, but highly recommended. The ability to keep time accurately is essential. So, before beginning, clear your house of people and pets. Make sure that they know not to come back in until the sun has risen the next morning. Can you imagine kicking your grandmother out into the cold on Christmas Eve? If you're following along with this video and you do that, you're a terrible person. Next, if the mirror isn't already in the bathroom, place it there. The next thing you're going to want to do to set this up is make sure that the matches are somewhere on your person. The same goes for the timekeeping device, if you're using one. Now, to begin the game, begin at 12:01 a.m. Securely close anything in your house that can open. Doors, closets, cabinets, everything. Chimney, Santa. Turn off all the lights in your house, as well as anything that might make noise. Unplugging the noise-making devices is recommended. Once you're done all that, enter the bathroom and close the door behind you. Everything needs to be closed, remember? Look into the mirror. If you hear anything unusual, do not proceed. Leave the house immediately. Go somewhere safe. Do not return until daylight. But if you hear nothing, you may proceed. Think of something you want. Think hard. Visualize it in your head if you can. Now, light a match and let it burn out. If the match burns out in under 15 seconds, do not proceed. Like we just said, exit the house and go someplace safe. But if the match burns for at least 15 seconds, you can keep going on. Lie on the ground and speak the words, "I am aware of your presence. I welcome you into my home. Come now." Get up and exit the bathroom. Close the door behind you and go to the biggest room in your house that you can. Close the door behind you. And now, wait. If you hear anything other than a low moan or a slight rattling noise, do not proceed. If you do hear a low moan or a slight rattling noise, proceed. This means you've done everything right, the ritual is complete. Now the game can begin. Step 1. Hide. Do it quickly and quietly. Secondly, stay hidden until 3 a.m. This is not as easy as it sounds. You can't let him see you. You can't let him hear you. Most importantly, you can't let him catch you. If you're still listening to this and following along, you survived. Congrats. It's now 3 a.m. Return to the biggest room in your house. Close the door behind you and speak the following words. Thank you for playing, but now you must leave. You're no longer welcome here. If at first you do not hear any form of acknowledgement, repeat the phrase until you do. Now you must sleep, if you can. Ooh. When you wake up, return to your everyday life. Your prize should be forthcoming. Oh, and whatever you do not play this game again. Concerning your wish, it should arrive to you reasonably quick after completion of the game. Some players even reported it waiting for them on their doorstep the next morning. Your wish should be something realistic and attainable. If you ask for something that defies the laws of physics, for example, you probably won't have much luck. Oh, and your wish? It should not involve harm being brought to another person. If it does, he may decide that the price of the wish is steeper than the one you already paid, and he's not in the habit of letting debts go unpaid. Number 4. The Closet Game. So, while researching this one, I found a site that said the sole purpose of this game is to summon a demon into your home. Which kind of just sounds like a terrible idea, but 'tis the season. So to play this game, you're gonna stand in your closet with an unlit match and utter the phrase, "Show me the light, or leave me in the darkness." At this point, you should hear a faint whisper. As soon as you hear it, light the match you have in your hand. This is very important, because if you fail to light the match, it's said that the demon will pull you into a pit of eternal darkness. If you do light the match, open your closet and slowly step out into the room. Congratulations, now your closet is haunted by a demon. It's apparently recommended that from now on you never look inside your closet without the lights on. It's also rumored that if by chance you leave your closet door open at night, you'll see a demon watching you from inside with glowing red eyes. Oh, and there's a note on safety. One of the reasons it's not advisable to perform this ritual is the fact that it involves lighting matches inside a closet. If you must perform it, make sure the closet's big enough or empty enough that there's no danger of accidentally lighting anything on fire. Although it's not specified in the requirements, I'd recommend having a fire extinguisher readily accessible just in case. It's fire safety when summoning a demon. Out of all of them so far, this seems like the easiest one though, but I don't think you really get anything out of it. Number 5. The Little Finger Game. So this one seems pretty good, and you should be able to do this right now if you want to. Perfect for Christmas Eve, yeah? So in researching this one, it says there aren't any rituals you need to perform, words you need to chant, or spirits you need to invoke. All you need to do is read this story. Which I'm gonna read, so hopefully if you're listening to this still, it curses you. But if you want to read it yourself, I'll put it on the screen too, here. Or here. Just make sure that you absolutely want to play before starting to read. Because once you begin, you can't back out. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the story of a dream. In the dream, you're standing by a riverbank. A thick fog hangs over everything. You see an old woman crouching next to a gate. She's desperately looking for something, rummaging through the tall grass. "What are you looking for?" you ask. The old woman turns around and says, "I'm looking for a little finger." She holds out her left hand, and sure enough, the little finger is missing. "Can you help me look for it?" she asks. "Yes," you say. and the search for the little finger begins. So, within 7 days of reading this story, you will have the dream described within it. While dreaming, the woman will ask you to help her look for her little finger, and you must make the choice. Are you going to say yes or no? Just note, it's not recommended that you say no. If you say yes, the search for the little finger begins. Do not fail to find it. And some additional notes. The story may be read either out loud or silently. Either is sufficient to play the game. The origins of the story are somewhat murky, though some sources claim it's Japanese. It's unknown who the woman in the dream is, or how she lost her little finger. And a note on the little finger itself. Should you not be able to find the finger within your dream, it's said that you'll never wake up again. So, make sure you find it. There's no prize for winning, but then again, being able to wake up rather than being trapped in the prison of a dream forever is perhaps prize enough. That sounds like a terrible game to play. I'm sorry if reading that out loud caused any of you to be cursed with this. Number 6. How to check if your home is haunted. So I know that last game was kind of cheating, in a sense like, you can't really get that done before Santa comes tonight. You gotta read the story and then wait 7 days. But this one you can definitely get done in the couple hours before Santa comes. This simple method for checking if your house is haunted isn't complicated. All you need to perform it is yourself, a chosen location, and a smartphone capable of recording video. You can begin this at any time. Just pick a room in your house to check. Hold your smartphone in your hand and stand in the middle of the room. Unlock the device and open the camera. With the camera app selected, make sure you select the rear-facing camera lenses and then switch over to record. Hold the phone in front of you with the lenses facing out and the screen facing towards yourself. Close your eyes and begin recording. While you're recording, keep your eyes closed and rotate in place clockwise once, very slowly. When you've completed one full rotation, open your eyes and stop recording. Save the video you just took immediately if it doesn't do so automatically. Now things get interesting. Turn the phone around so that the lenses are facing you and the screen is facing out towards the room. Aim the camera at your face, close your eyes, and begin recording again. Note, don't use the selfie lens for this part. It's important. Again, while recording, rotate in place clockwise once, very slowly. When you've completed one full rotation, open your eyes and stop the recording. Again, save the video if it doesn't do so automatically, and then leave the room immediately. Do not look at the videos until you've left the room safely. And you're done. See, that didn't take too long, like 10 minutes. So now that you have everything recorded, open up the camera roll on your phone and watch the first video. Pay attention. Look closely. Do you see anything strange? Now watch the second video. After you watched both videos, consider the following. Did you see anything anomalous? Anomalous? Did you see anything strange? Something out of place? Maybe something appeared in one video that didn't show up in the other? Maybe a chair, a blob, a face? If you saw something strange in either or both recordings, I'm sorry to tell you, but You got ghosts. Tread carefully. These occupants may not always be friendly or willing to share their space with you. But obviously, if you didn't see anything strange in the recordings, you're fine. At least in that room. Apparently, some sources recommend that the smartphone used be any brand but Nokia. If a Nokia is used, the ritual will seemingly have no effect. It's kind of strange, but yeah. Anyways, I think that's it for this video. If you plan on performing any of these games tonight, proceed with caution, I guess. The different sites and blogs I found regarding these, they all seem to have a bit of a different take on each one, so don't follow my steps directly or else, you might do it wrong and then you'll have like an evil doll coming after you, so if you want to do one, definitely look it up beforehand. But yeah, I hope you liked the video. I hope you're doing well. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I hope you're treating yourself well. You really deserve it. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good night. Bye for now.